R. For 55. 45. 50. 55. Rotate. And we're. Oh. What was our climb? 70?
78.
78. Up the stall horn?
Nope. It's just I think one of the trim on the door.
Oh.
It's the line that here it's leaking in and making that little howling, funny noise. It's gonna be a little annoying, but it's okay.
Yeah, that would suck on a cross country.
Alright, we're gonna maintain runway heading until we're 2,000 feet, and then we'll depart to the north. We're gonna do a climbing turn to the right.
Okay, climbing turn to the right at 2,000.
Lake Simcoe traffic, Fox Kilo Whiskey is taxiing from the main apron, Delta to the holding bay for departure runway 28. Correction, taxiing Alpha.
Okay. Alright. Are you stabilized at 3,000?
Yeah, 3,020, yeah.
Okay, then I have control.
Okay, you got controls.
So I'm gonna do a quick demo on a steep turn. So steep turn, 45-degree angle of bank. On your flight test, you're required to do like a 360. So right now, the aircraft nose is pointing at Bass Lake. So I'm gonna do a steep turn to the left and then do a one circle and come back to the same direction here, okay? And I'll try to maintain 3,000, right? So again, there are going to be three inputs that mainly involved in a steep turn. Pull back the rudder to the direction of the turn, which is left rudder in our case. And also add power to compensate the loss of airspeed. Any questions? Nope. All right. So Hazel check is not required, but I'm going to turn my head to the right just to make sure I don't see any aircraft in this direction.
Lake
and
Simcoe
also
traffic, Fox
on the
Kilo
left.
Whiskey position, runway 28, immediate departure.
Okay, looks like we're clear here. So I'm going to roll into 45-degree angle of bank and then hold it here, okay? Okay, 1, 2, 3. A bit too much left. There's some trim here to help me. A little bit of power. Maintain 3,000 at 45. Altitude, push it back down. And
Lake Simcoe Unicom, it's Fox Kilo Whiskey. Fox Kilo Whiskey, some kind of
coming back to Bass Lake.
So you know there's a large concentration of seagulls right around the
and roll back on the heading here.
They're just left
power
the center
back.
line, but there's probably about 20 of them.
So again, about 140 feet there. So fail for me. But that's kind of like the overall picture of a steep turn. Alright, let's get back to the 3,000. So that's it. All you need to do is just maintain the altitude. Any questions?
Let's try that again one more time.
Sure. I'm going to put us back to 3,000 first.
And Golf Kilo Mike taxiing position 28.
Alright. So we're 3,000. This time we'll try to do a little bit better. I think I used a little bit too much left rudder last time. Alright, so again, everything is clear. I am going to use that little island there as my landmark.
We're about 10 miles north. Yeah, Unicom checks wind, also setting as Lake Simcoe 3014.
And back to 3,000.
Goddard traffic.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Steep turn to the left.
Just over top. Apologies, Lake Simcoe. I didn't hear that X-ray indication.
3,000.
Golf Kilo Mike on the roll. 28 with left turn southbound.
A little bit more power.
Yeah, altimeter setting at Lake Simcoe 3014.
Look outside.
Upwind for
make sure we maintain 3,000.
November is 5 miles from
a little bit there.
Inbound for landing, runway 28, landing on crossing over from the northeast, join Midwest downwind 28, touch and go.
And back to this little island.
Check 3014, thank you, Lake Simcoe.
Right,
Okay.
let's take a turn.
Okay.
Right, you're control.
I'll control this.
So you can pick any landmark. You don't have to use the one that I was using.
Okay. Well, we're here anyway, so we'll try that. Okay. Steep right turn.
Yes.
So as I turn, I want to increase power and left rudder, right?
Barry
left rudder,
traffic,
yes.
pipe ramp 700 Fury. We're about 10 miles to the southwest
Not too much though, not too much.
Lake Simcoe Regional.
Still want to maintain the bar under the triangle. I think you're using too much left rudder. Ease that off a little bit.
Simcoe traffic, Golf Kilo Mike in the left crosswind.
Maintain your bank angle. A little bit more. Alright, not bad for your first try. Maybe we can try one to the right.
Okay, one to the right.
We can stabilize the
I got a
aircraft
rotor
first.
ahead of me. I'm going to use that.
Try not to use too much. Your aim is still to put that bar under the triangle and stay coordinated.
Right. Okay. Okay, here we go.
Lake
Right.
Simcoe traffic, Victor Zulu November, 2 miles northwest of the field at 2500, descending to circuit altitude, cross over midfield, join mid-left downwind, runway 28, touch and go, Lake Simcoe traffic. We're going to do a
Right, more bank angle needed.
for a right turn out of Lake Simcoe Regional for Perry South.
And Lake Simcoe traffic, Ops 102, entering active running from
Traffic, Diamonds Twin, Charlie Fox, Charlie Romeo, Quebec. We're currently planning the RNAV 14 into Goderich, and estimated time in the field is 15 minutes. Goderich traffic. Lake Simcoe traffic, Trinidad Golf Kilo Mike, clearing your zone to the south.
I think the left one is slightly better. The right one, we initially were just staying at 30-degree angle of bank, and then towards the end we lost almost 200 feet there.
Right.
Alright, let's make a left turn, just a normal left turn towards the north. We don't want to get too close to them.
Lake Simcoe traffic, Victor Zulu November, turning mid-left downwind, runway 28, touch and go, Lake Simcoe traffic.
And traffic turning downwind, just be advised, Ops 102 on the active for wildlife control, will be clear momentarily.
Alright, why don't we use the ski hill there as our reference point.
Okay.
Simcoe traffic, Golf Community from Charlie, 3,000 feet over Bass Lake, about 8 miles north of the airport, practicing some air work, like Simcoe traffic. Okay.
Okay.
This time, let's do a left one, 3,000 feet.
Okay, 3,000 feet. Okay, left turn.
Lake Simcoe traffic, Victor Zulu November, turning left base, runway 28, touch and go, Lake Simcoe traffic.
Okay, good, not bad. Let's go back down to 3,000, and then we'll do one to the right.
And Lake Simcoe traffic, Ops 102, transiting on the runway to taxiway Alpha.
Okay, one to the right.
Lake Simcoe traffic, Victor Zulu November, turning final, runway 28, touch and go, Lake Simcoe traffic.
Not to add too much power, otherwise
Releasing the traffic off
increasing too much
the active
airspeed.
taxi alpha.
Well, that's it. That's steep turns.
Yeah.
Any questions?
I want to try that one more time.
Sure.
I just want to get used to the sensation and the visual of the
You
horizon.
can do either left or right, doesn't matter.
Okay.
Let's get back that 3,000 feet.
Yeah.
You can also use your trim to help you to relieve some of the back pressure you're doing. Yeah.
Okay, we're at 3,000. Deep left turn.
Lake Simcoe traffic, Victor Zulu November is up, runway 28, Lake Simcoe traffic.
Alright, I have control here.
Right, yeah, controls.
So some tips I can give you is, of course you can use the trim. I like using the trim. I usually do 2 full travel of the trim. So from top to bottom, that's 1. So I'm going to grab the top of the trim and trim it all the way to here. That's 1 full travel. So 1, 2. After you do 2 full travel, the trim will help you at least get rid of, I'll say 85% of the pulling pressure you require.
Okay.
The second one is, by this time we should know that after the aircraft has established into a turn, you actually, your ailerons or your control column, you can set it back to neutral,
right,
and then it will just continue to bang on its own. You don't have to continue to like keep turning the aileron into the turn, otherwise it's gonna keep getting steeper and steeper as you turn. Okay, so the trim travel is actually, I think, a method from like a famous YouTuber, I think Aviation 101 or something like that.
Okay.
So what you can do is once you start banking into the turn, you can start trimming for 2 of them. So I don't know if it's going to work today, but let's give it a try. Yep. So I'm going to add power, use left rudder, bank it at 45, and then 1, and then 2. And then the aircraft should be able to fly on its own, and you can do it kind of like hands-free.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
Yep. Well, occasionally you still need to like control the pitch a little bit there.
Right.
But you can see the aircraft can just kind of continue to bang on its own and maintain the altitude. You might need to do some slight adjustment as it goes through. So once we go back to the ski hill, which is coming up here, of course you're going to roll the planes level and then retrim the plane 1 and then 2. And then we stay at 3,000.
Cool.
Okay, so that's something you can maybe play around with it.
Yeah.
I definitely think this trick helped tremendously.
Yeah.
Alright, you have control?
Right, I got
so
control.
we can do a couple more and then we'll go back to the airport for some circuits.
Okay. I'm going to go right turn.
Yep, now just want to worry about your bank angle. So bank to the right a little bit more. You shouldn't need to pull that much as opposed to before.
Yeah.
A little bit more right rudder to keep the ball in the to keep the bar under the triangle there.
Lake Simcoe traffic, Fox Kilo Whiskey is northwest of Bass Lake at 3,000 feet, heading towards cold water for some upper air work.
Good.
Okay, last call.
Just need to get used to, once you use the trim, try not to pull as much as you used to without the trim.
Right.
Otherwise, you're just going to end up a little more nose up. Let's do one more to the left, and then we will start heading back, okay?
One more to the left.
Can you see that lake straight ahead there? So we'll use that little body of water as our reference point
Okay,
instead
yeah,
of the
I see it.
ski hill.
I see it.
Okay, are you ready?
Yep.
All right, let's do one more here. A little bit too much left rudder.
Yep.
Let the trim help you. Try not to fight with it. Otherwise, you'll be gaining altitude there.
Solid zone traffic.
Okay, well, we gained a little bit of altitude.
Yeah.
I think it's because after you apply the trim, you're still pulling back, and hence we gain more than we needed.
Right.
Anyways, we'll definitely have time in the future to come back to it. This is just kind of a little exercise that we teach students in between like circuits lesson, just to sometimes get the boredom out of the way.
Yeah.
So now you can turn south and we'll start heading back to the airport. Can you radio Unicom and ask for like another airport advisory?
Yep. Lake Simcoe Unicom, Cessna Golf Golf Uniform Charlie, request airport advisory.
Officer Charlie, Simcoe Unicom, wind Simcoe 5 knots, 250. Traffic has been using 28. One reported traffic transiting, local altimeter
Can't hear it.
014.
1-4 full stop.
Hear that? Because I didn't hear it.
It was very quiet. Go back to Charlie. But I think it's still favoring 28.
Okay.
So airport is just to our 1 o'clock-ish. So you can start a very gentle descent down to 2000. Simcoe traffic 172, Golf Golf Uniform from Charlie, 3,200 feet descending 2,000. We're about 8 nautical miles to the north. We'll plan to cross midfield and join the mid-left downwind 28. Alright, so we're gonna do a couple circuits on runway 28, left-hand circuits. Today the wind is quite light, so we'll aim to use more flaps like 30 or even full.
Okay.
Don't think there's anyone in the circuit for now.
That's the hangar over here, right?
Yes.
Lake Simcoe Unicom, Golf Delta Yankee Tango.
Delta Yankee Tango, Simcoe Unicom, go ahead.
We're just looking for an airport advisory, please.
Delta Yankee Tango, Simcoe Unicom, wind Simcoe 6 knots, 250. Traffic is using runway 28, one reported, local altimeter 3014.
Checker mark, Delta Yankee Tango, thank you.
250 at 6 knots, so we have a left crosswind still. So left crosswind, we're going to be using left crosswind, right rudder, and left aileron. Yep. Right, we can use the intersection of taxiway Delta and the runway as our midpoint here. Yep. Right, so we're going to do a couple more circuits, and I want you to start to kind of listen to what's happening around you. Pay attention to the radio calls, see who is taking off, who is coming in, who is in the circuit, stuff like that.
Lake Simcoe traffic, Cessna Golf Golf Uniform Charlie crossing midfield, runway 28.
Yeah. Empire traffic, Skydive 1. 2 minutes to pair drops over Arn Fire. Caution in the vicinity of the field. Do not directly overfly center field. Next 10 minutes, Skydive 1 Arn Fire.
Is it over the highway or I gotta pass the highway? I can't remember.
I would say about here.
Okay. Lake Simcoe traffic, Cessna Golf Golf Uniform Charlie turning downwind for runway 28.
Minutes, Skydive 1 Arn Fire. Runway in use is 28.
Magnetos both, masters on, we're on both, full rich, and 10 degrees of flaps.
Yep,
check.
we're gonna do 10 degree here on the downwind.
Okay. That's within the white arc, right?
That's within the white arc, yes.
10 degrees, 1, 2, 3.
Or it's here. You can see the.
Oh, perfect, okay.
Lake Simcoe traffic, Piper M700, Golf Delta Yankee Tango is planning the simulated RNAV runway 28 via Merbo transition. Be starting the approach in 2 minutes. Lake Simcoe traffic, Delta Yankee Tango.
Okay, so should I extend my downwind on that? That's 2 minutes?
Nope, he's just
Aircraft
beginning.
calling Arn Fire
okay.
traffic. It's Skydive 1. Say again.
Lake Simcoe Unicom, Golf Delta Yankee Tango.
Go ahead for Unicom.
Skydive 1, understand you're leaving the zone.
Can I get an altimeter setting from you?
Yeah, altimeter is
Landing
3014.
On check.
3014 Delta Yankee Tango.
Lake Simcoe traffic, Golf Golf Uniform Charlie turning final for runway 28.
Alright, so for this aircraft, if you have 30 degree of flaps or more, you can go as low as 60 knots.
Okay. Oh god, that's annoying. Oh, it's 60.
So we can expect a left crosswind today. Like you said, it's going to be right rudder, left aileron. Well, of course, just as much as you need to maintain center line.
Right.
Right, keep coming down just a little bit more and then start to pull up and transition to a level. And then slowly hold it for a nose up, yep. Use your rudder to maintain center line, go back slightly to the right. Right pedal, no brakes yet. And then after you're slow enough, slide your feet up, top of the pedals, apply gentle, even pressure. And once they start grabbing, once you feel them, you can go increasingly more pressure. Okay, we'll do it again. Flaps up, carpet cold.
Alright, here we go, full power, feet on the rudder. Rotate. Looking for 75.
Yep, 78.
78.
Lake Simcoe traffic, 172 Golf Oscar, Alpha X-ray, 6 miles northwest of the field, 4,000, conducting simulated forced approaches, 4,000 and below.
Primary, what altitude to turn?
Yeah, 1700, turn right, or left, I mean.
Yes, left-hand circuit for 28.
Lake Simcoe traffic, Piper M700, Golf Delta Yankee Tango, 10-mile final, simulated RNAV runway 28, Lake Simcoe traffic, Delta Yankee Tango.
There's 17, turning left. Leveling off. Tip of the solar field, so I want to turn left, downwind. Lake Simcoe traffic, Golf Uniform Charlie, turning downwind for runway 28.
Delta Yankee Tango, this is Golf Uniform Charlie on the downwind. Are you guys planning to go mist?
We're planning landing at the moment for Delta Yankee Tango.
Check your remarks. What's your time down, ETA?
About 6 minutes landing for Delta Yankee Tango.
Alright, so you're landing in 6 minutes. What's your decision?
Correction, be 3 minutes for Delta Yankee Tango.
3 minutes, extend downwind.
Golf Uniform Charlie, check that. We're extend downwind here.
I appreciate that for Delta Yankee Tango.
Alright, so they're coming in for a RNF 28 approach, and they say they're going to be touching down in 3 minutes. Most likely they're a twin engine, maybe that's why they're so fast. So now it will be your responsibility or your job to spot them and see if you can find them on final. Since we're extending our downwind, there's no rush to putting down 10-degree flaps. We can do it later, maybe on base and then final. And now we will want to keep flying straight and maintain a good distance between the aircraft and the runway and try to stay parallel to the runway as well. Let me know when you spot them.
Okay, so I know the RNAV starts on that island.
Yep, or they could start there as well.
Oh, that's
it's
right,
a T-shape,
I
right?
know where I'm coming from, right? Yeah.
They're already on the final, so they're not going to be on the initial fix there. They're already on their long final. So if this kind of situation occurs when you go solo, now you know how to handle them.
Yeah. Okay, so I know one of the waypoints is at the tip of this piece of land there.
Okay. Well, do you see that airplane now?
Yep, I see him. Good. Yep, right above it. Okay.
Alright, so they're doing a full stop landing. You can...
Lake Simcoe traffic, Piper M700, Golf Delta Yankee Tango, 3-mile final, runway 28, full stop, Lake Simcoe.
Alright. So you can turn base when you think you're ready.
Okay.
That's why we don't get rushed to put the flaps down.
Yeah. Go straight to 20 or 10?
It's up to you. Yeah. Of course, the more flaps you put down...
Lake Simcoe traffic, Delta Victor, Trend Comanche is currently 12 miles to the southeast of the field.
be commencing then RNAV, simulated RNAV 28 approach in 2 minutes, expect the field in approximately 15 minutes.
Alright, another one coming in. Alright, watch your speed, we're a little low. There are always pros and cons about putting down the flaps early. If you put them down early, you don't have to worry about them later, so that's good. But again, we're going to be using power to drag yourself all the way to final, and it's going to take a long time.
Take Echo traffic, Cessna Golf Golf Uniform Charlie on extended final from runway 28.
Alright, I think they're just over the threshold now, so we're good. Another command sheet's doing the RNF 28 landing in about 15 minutes. I think that's what he said there.
Takeoff traffic 172 Golf Oscar Alpha X-ray 5 miles northwest of the field, 2,500 inbound. We'll cross overhead. This field join mid-left downwind 28. Similar traffic, Pipeline 700, Golf Delta Yankee Tango. We're doing a short backtrack to Delta here.
Right. It's our airspeed high or low?
Hi.
High.
Similar traffic, Delta Yankee Tango down and clear the active Lake Simcoe.
Right, with 30 with flaps, we're in port to go as slow as 60. As you get closer to the runway, you can start to bring that speed down. Right, a little bit too much left air on there. Ooh. So I think what happened was, as we're coming down, our nose was kind of quite flat there. So you have to continue to slowly pull it back to maintain a slightly nose high. Alright, we'll do one more here. Good thing another RNF traffic is coming, so you have another learning opportunity here.
Traffic on the roll, Lake Simcoe. Thanks for extending for us. We appreciate that. Delta Yankee Tango.
You're welcome. Alright, so next landing, continues to slowly bring the nose up as you're coming down, so that to stay a slightly nose high attitude. We're going to make a full stop this time. We know there's one RNF traffic. We also know Golf Oscar Alpha X-ray and then instructor is also coming back after they practice forced approach. So there are two traffic now you have to consider. 13114.
Simcoe traffic, Delta Victor Zulu on a 10-mile final, runway 28, touch and go. Lake Simcoe traffic, Golf Oscar Alpha X-ray is currently overhead the field. We'll join mid-left downwind, runway 28.
You have the traffic in sight?
Yep.
Okay.
Some.
Typical traffic Golf Cobra Charlie on the crosswind. We have Oscar Alpha X-ray in sight.
Take Simcoe traffic, Golf Uniform Charlie, turning left downwind for runway 28.
Lake Simcoe traffic, Golf Oscar Alpha X-ray is established on the mid-left downwind runway 28.
Alright, we have Oscar Alpha X-ray ahead of us. We don't know where that RNF traffic is yet. He, about a minute ago, he announced that he just turned 10-mile final. That's a good example of a pilot not reporting when it's going to be until he touched down.
Okay.
Delta Victor Zulu, Golf Oscar Alpha X-ray.
Last station, go ahead.
What is your time for the field?
We're still 8 miles, expect the field approximately 5 minutes.
Okay, that's enough time for us, thank you.
Alright, so 5 minutes is okay for OAX. Do you think it's going to be enough for you?
5 minutes? No.
No? Okay.
I'll extend my downwind again.
Alright.
Yeah, let him know, right?
Lake Simcoe traffic, Golf Oscar Alpha X-ray is turning left base for runway 28, full stop.
Yep, you don't have to explicitly let him know. You can just do like a general public announcement, say we're on the down, we'll be extending downwind, Golf from Charlie. Yeah.
Lake Simcoe traffic, Golf Uniform Charlie is on the downwind. We'll be extending downwind for the RNAV traffic.
Oh, well. Lucky for OAX, doesn't have to extend. That's OAX there.
Oscar Alpha X-ray, final 28, full stop.
So same thing again, we don't have to be rushing down the flaps. So he's a Piper Comanche, it's a twin engine airplane.
Traffic unit, go ahead with 4 or 5 minutes to the field.
Alright, he said we're good to go.
Okay. Golf Uniform Charlie, cover that. Thank you.
Simcoe traffic, Golf Copter Charlie, now turning base, runway 28, full stop. Usually when that pilot lets you turn, I will just do a courtesy base turn call, just to let him know, okay, I'm now turning base, so that he knows approximately like where we are.
Right.
Lake Simcoe Unicom, this is Golf Uniform Juliet, requesting radio check and airport advisory, please.
Unicom, Region 555, wind from Simcoe 2803 knots. You currently have 2 traffic reported local at this time. Traffic has been using runway 28, local altimeter 3015.
Traffic is 283015, thank you, Golf Uniform Juliet.
Lake Simcoe traffic, Golf Uniform Charlie, turning final for runway 28.
This is what traffic Delta Victor Zulu on a 4.5 mile final for runway 28 number 2, estimated in 3 minutes.
So it is him that say we're okay to go, so if we cut him off or we being too slow, then that is his problem now.
Right.
So take your time to set up the aircraft for landing. We want to maintain about 65 on the initial approach. You can slow it down to 60 when you get really close. We're definitely a little bit too high, so I would suggest go power to idle. As long as you're maintaining like a slightly nose down, then we'll be fine. We're not gonna stall if we have that slight angle of attack there.
Lake Simcoe traffic, Golf Oscar Alpha X-ray is clear of the active runway.
Simcoe traffic, Golf Uniform Juliet, taxiing from the apron Alpha to the runway 28.
Alright, try to look at the windsock and determine where the wind is coming from. Sometimes it can vary a little bit. Okay. So right rudder, left aileron, align the nose, yep. And at the same time, slowly go nose up, a little bit more right rudder. Align the nose, right rudder. Back to the center line.
Simco traffic Delta Victor Zulu 2.5 mile final runway 28 touch and go.